Let's let this rock.
Go ahead, let it rock, cause they gotta wake up. Yeah, we
It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. Anxiety, depression, no crime, then oppression. Kids in school, but there's no lesson, no. Ain't no proof, no discretion now. We need to wake up, yo. Ain't much time now, so stand up tall. We all we got, we can fold up the ball. So band and love, life will matter, so stop your lying. What you selling, we buying. We walk now, we open up the door. We see you clearly, them high no more. They don't really care. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. They don't really care about us.
Fists up high, all together. Every day good for weather. If it's hard, it'll be all better. Stand for something, don't forget it together. You gotta wake up and be someone. It's all inside of you. Believe in yourself and the God inside of you. It's people starving, they don't care for the children. But we can make it one day if we keep on building.
It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. They don't really care about us.
yes. They don't really care.
You woke?
about us. Yeah, I am woke.
We've been going for a minute.
I have arisen from my slumber. I have been very ratchet since you've been away.
Oh, have you? I'm certain, Mufasa. I'm certain you have done all the ratchet shit you could possibly muster up.
Yes, but I'm back being knowledgeable.
All right, awesome. I'm happy that you at least are gaining some type of
Awareness.
to yourself. Awesome.
Yes, I am.
I'm so glad to be back, you guys. So glad. I missed you so much, you all. I couldn't wait to get back. You know, I was just out having babies and shit, making people, you know.
You just went on a journey.
Just went on a small journey.
That's the ultimate goal in life, is to be creative. And what is the ultimate creation?
Life. And I'm so grateful for my little guy. His name is Now Kazar. He's so sweet. I am like in love all over again.
Kazar? What Kazar mean? Like Grand Fazir or something?
Kazar means leader and God.
Okay.
Nile means champion. So his name together means champion, leader, God. So with a name like that, he can't fail.
No, that's real rare.
He gonna look crazy out here with a name like that doing some nut shit.
Why you ain't just take your name and the dad name and mix it together and name him?
Everybody do dumb shit. I don't like that.
I'm glad my parents ain't do me like that.
Yeah, you know, my dad did that with my little sister.
I'm so happy.
My dad did that with shoot, with both of my sisters.
Yeah, my mom named Linda. My dad named Will. What my name would have been?
Your name would have been
Wilda.
Wilda.
Or Linwill.
Some old dumb shit.
Some Linwill. My name would have been Linwill.
You just sound like you was really on some country bumpkin stuff. I had to lose the headphones, friends, so I had to count on you to tell me when we need to switch up. Because the rain has already got my hair looking like a puffball, and then the headphones
just.
Yeah, I gotta bring some little.
Just combing out to an afro, you know what I mean?
That's where I'm on my way to.
Yeah, just pick it out to a fro. I'm a batty robot.
But yeah, so a little bit about. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the birth. It was an awesome experience. I don't like C-sections at all. I had to go through that, but Unfortunately, it had to happen due to prior C-sections and things like that, right? But the experience just once all that was done, the connection, the bond that him and I had the minute that he came out, he was ready to eat. It's my first time being a breastfeeding mom, because I was always like so super busy that I didn't really have time, and I was putting him on formula. Then I found out all the terrible things that's in formula that's causing ADHD and ADD and autism and different things like that. So, I decided to dedicate my breast to my baby. So, I'm one of those moms where, I can it's the craziest thing that you can actually feel like these little sensors in your boobs, right? When the baby gets hungry.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't
know
have something
nothing
to.
about
I do, because I remember my stepson bit off my baby mom piece of titty.
Well, now why would you tell me something like that?
I'm just warning you. You think, it's real out here.
He bit it off.
Never been back.
Who ass do you whoop? Who do you pay back? Like,
And she scarred for life.
Yeah, see, me and I would have to probably go and duke it out. Like, I would hold that against him until he 18, and I'm going to be like, Mom, why you just sock me like that? Because when you was 2 months, they had to have teeth at that point. I'm not doing it that long. I'm only going to do it for 6 months, and then I'm going to just pump. But, yeah, so anyway, it was a great experience. I feel so, my heart goes out to the moms that to the ladies who are not able to experience it. If you're not able to experience it, it doesn't make you it doesn't make us any better or you any worse. That just is not your task for being here. You have another goal, and children would probably get in the way of that. But I'm just thankful that I was able to experience it,
That's
without
good.
being too emotional.
So, like, this C-section thing, they cut the baby out in the section of a C? How does that work?
This guy always gotta,
I'm just saying, some people out here, though.
They cut it. They cut your lower extremities, right? And then they take out some of your body parts and set it over on the side, like on a side table. And then they go in and dig the baby out, and then they got to put all your parts back. And the extraordinary thing about that, right?
Yeah.
Once they put all your body parts back in, you know how they say that we are a planet within a planet,
Right.
and all our parts inside, we have a whole planet inside of us as well. So we're like a planet inside a planet with a planet inside of us.
Yeah.
So when the healing process begins,
Solar system, solar plexus. All right, I'm back.
there we go. And when the body started to heal back up, I'm like a week in, and I feel movement like a baby is in there. Like, I'm like, wait, hold on. I hope they didn't make no type of mistakes or something like that. But it wasn't that. It was my body parts shifting their way back to their original place. So, yeah, the surgeons put the parts back, but they don't remember exactly verbatim where this spleen goes, or where this kidney goes or whatever. And your body will literally go back to how it's supposed to be set up. And that's what was happening. The movement was just like straight up like a baby was in there. It's my spleen and everything getting back to its original home.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. But
So I asked a good question then.
you did.
See?
Because I actually wanted to bring that up. But yeah, man. All right. Now that I have presented baby Now, that's a picture of my baby. Look at him.
No,
His eyes. That is Now Kazar. He's very in tune.
He's wide open.
Yes, he is. He's woke. Might have a woke baby, of course.
He woke like a motherfucker.
don't talk about my baby eyes. He has his mama eyes. And he, all the talking that we did here on the podcast and just period, he heard all that.
He heard all that, yeah.
And so he came out woke. He like, yeah, see, this is some bullshit that I done embarked on,
Said, brothers and sisters,
Does this hand sanitizer say COVIDizer?
It does say COVIDizer.
You know what? They are capitalizing.
Yeah, I need to come out with a brand of COVID sign.
Do you realize anything different about me?
Since you're showing your teeth, I'm gonna go with teeth for 500. And the braces are off.
I got my braces off,
How
man.
you feel about that?
It's been just so many things going on. That's why I was like, I gotta get back to my folks and chit chat with them a little bit. I got my braces, my teeth out of jail. See, free.
Free? How long you been free?
I've been free for a week and some change now.
Did you eat an apple?
Well, I ate corn.
Damn.
But the thing is, they're out of the prison, but they still in the holding cells. See, I have to wear retainers like.
Yeah,
every day.
I think corn is worse than an apple.
That corn was popping.
That shit be getting stuck all through your shit.
Yeah, I felt good. It was like a pleasure. I got like this fixation now on flossing because you know when you got braces and you floss, you got to use a little thing and you got to dig it up in there, and then you don't get the gratification of going all the way up and pulling all the way down because the wire is there. So I'm literally going all the way up and pulling it, yanking it down. I'm just
you just making yourself have to floss. You like, give me some corn, some apples.
Yes, let me floss
Fuck
something.
it.
So, yeah, man, it's time to get to the shenanigans island here and
okay, let's
on
get
this
to
planet. Number one, Afghanistan.
Damn.
All right, so y'all president, y'all leader pulled the troops out. This is all a bunch of propaganda and acting anyway. I just want y'all to know that. But yeah, he pulled them out, and how I feel about that is our troops needed to come home, like, period. But the way that it happened, the way that they're acting this rollout is a little weird. But I feel like it feels a lot like the Antifa situation to me. Like a bunch of script, a bunch of actors. All the weapon says USA on it. All the weapons. You mean to tell me the Taliban came with no equipment? They had to get all their equipment from where? The people who funds both sides of the war. America, of course, and the 1% who always keep the wars going by giving everybody ammo and weapons to fight. Why they sit high somewhere and watch it? Look down low. But
Yeah.
how do you feel about this whole thing?
Well, first I feel like my sister in the army, so I
have a cousin in the army.
I felt like, all right, I was scared for it. You know what I mean? She was taking it like a G.
Okay.
Like, bro, you might as well do it, girl. You fuck out of here. I'm in the army.
Yeah.
Softly.
Oh, yeah. You would have. Yes, you definitely are.
Yes,
you in the U.S.
Army right here on
Cambridge
are you talking
Street.
about now? I'm gambling enough, goddamn.
Facts.
So, and how I feel about it on another level, you know, it's interesting to me. Like, ever since I was young, since the George Bush Sr., I heard people talking about, oh, we want our kids, you know, back from war and all that. Before I even can understand that, then they got the commercials where they show the dad might surprise the little girl at
And
the
be
school.
happy when she come home, when he comes home.
Yeah, so
yeah, I remember those.
So it's like, yeah, you see how they beat that in our head like all our lives.
Yeah.
And then this whole thing of all the soldiers coming home was like a myth. Like once or two, three of them, you might gotta shoot yourself in the foot, get an honorable discharge. I ain't snitching, but somebody want to come home.
It's been 20 years
you see
since
what
they've
I'm
been
saying?
in Afghanistan.
And now they all get to come home. You know, it's like, it's a bittersweet thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, we worrying about our people. Then it shows, you know, the humanitarian we is. All this time we beg for our people to come home, and now we concerned about what's going on somewhere else that ain't our home. Like, you know what I mean? So do we want our people to risk their lives still? You get what I'm saying?
Is it concern or is it part of the programming?
No, it's definitely part of the program. That
Yeah.
goes without being said. But, you know, that's come from when I said we didn't watch it all our life since kids.
Right.
The commercials, and
Right.
all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Be all you can be in the army.
So then when we see them, like, oh, they took them bombs and they blowing them out, like, oh, we sad, but we would have never knew nothing about that if they would have never been over there in the first place. You know what I mean?
And we would have never knew nothing about it if it wasn't for that good old media that always keep y'all scared, always pumping a bunch of propaganda, always doing fear mongering,
Right.
you know, and trying to keep the people frequencies low. Because, you know, when you're operating in fear, your immune system breaks down.
But
I don't know if y'all know that or not, but
I want to give them the answer to that is, the ultimate answer is, you know, war is, what you said is money, and then it's the rebuilding, it's the infrastructure. So the same people that's going to bomb it might get the same contract to rebuild the whole, you know what I mean, neighborhood. And who owns the construction companies? Who owns the bulldozers?
Right.
Who owns the airplane that's going to travel the materials
right.
to these places?
Who owns the materials?
Who owns the gas that's going to fuel all these things to build this stuff?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's about the union.
Yeah, who owns the war movies? You know, like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
literally
like-
own everything.
Yeah, so it's just, you know,
They capitalize.
capitalists capitalizing.
Yeah, that's definitely going on.
You know what I
man.
mean?
It's annoying though. It's annoying to watch. It's just like
It's what they call it, economical stimulation.
yeah, that's what they call it. I just call it a crock of shit. Just call it call it a bunch of bullshit. I call it a bunch of fear mongering, and I just want our people to wake up. It's really bad now with the jab. Like they forcing the jab now. They're making people. That's another thing I wanted to bring up today. That they're forcing people now at their workplaces to get jabbed up. You know, and they're like, well, if you don't take it, you're going to be fired, and that's making people in fear of what? Living on the street.
Yeah, me, I keep being like, give it us a free. Yes.
You know,
Give us a free. I have to at work.
the good thing is you're able to think like that, but a lot of people aren't.
Come on with it.
Yeah, come on, mother sucker. Come on. But you know, that's a good way to act. But you know, unfortunately, we got a lot of bitch assness going on among us.
Ain't that?
Well, carry yourself. But you know, like I said, unfortunately, we got a lot of bitch assness going on with our people, and they, you know, when the government say jump, they say ha ha.
But like, you know, and not to speak up for them people, but being around them people, it's like what they say to me is like, oh, you can do this. You can just go take pictures. You got a hustle that you don't gotta re-up and buy up on. Well, you get one.
How about that?
What you
How
talking
about
what
you
I'm
stop
doing?
being
What?
so afraid of yourself? Because that's what it all comes down to. You don't have any belief in yourself.
That's what it is, and that's why they ultimately can't let mommy and daddy down.
Yeah, you know, and it's sad because the ideal successor has to go through all of these
Channels and
and that's causes that ultimately causes oppression, you know?
stress,
Yeah,
self.
and depression.
Yeah, like work, like, you know, I love my job. I like what I do, but like
We
work,
know it's a tornado. We hearing a
they be
tornado
tryna
bringing y'all a
stress you
message.
out. Work be trying to make you feel like you dumb as shit.
Yeah,
They be like, didn't I give you 4 buns? Why you made 3 burgers and you had enough to make 4? They be like, man, fuck this job.
that's a shame. But you know, it's like, I guess, you know, on the flip side, people do gotta take care of their families, and
Yeah,
I
that
get
part.
it. But like the good brother just said, believe in you, count you in, find something that you know how to do that you're good at. It's got to be something. I don't care if it's
I got a good idea for everybody to do.
flicking goddamn pennies across the goddamn.
It's a good idea for everybody.
It is.
Every house I've been through, you know, they don't really got spoons in their crib that's silver, right? So if you had 5 spoons, right,
Yeah.
for $2, and you knocked on every block with 5 spoons for $2, you been and sold 5 spoons to every house on the goddamn block.
So you suggest for the people to sell spoons?
Yeah.
Well, the Dollar Tree got spoons. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback off of that. Dollar Tree got spoons,
Ah.
2 for $1.
Like it's school back to school time. These kids ain't got no spoons to eat cereal with.
I ain't need no goddamn spoon. I used to just take the bowl and just.
Motherfucker style.
Hey, listen. I used to drink juice. Bowls was cups in our house. Like.
Motherfucker style.
Yeah, you
Well,
run
you
out of
know,
cups, use a bowl.
They say bowl is better for your spout. That's why traditionally in the homeland, in the motherland, you will see we had bowls. We didn't come up with cups until the people start drinking blood. Message.
Oh.
Message.
Is that right?
Yes.
Are you speaking facts?
Yes, out the chalice. That's when they came with all them cups. We would drink out the bowl.
Yeah, that makes
bowl
sense.
is better for your spout.
I like it better.
You never drunk your bowl and start choking. Yeah,
Right.
But when you drink out the cup, you might choke.
Yeah. See, that's it. Damn that. I'm drinking out of bowls from now on.
Yes, mother sucker style.
Me and the kids, we getting rid of all the cups in the house. It's all bowl work. Bunch of bowl work. All bowl work around here.
My new bowl.
Somebody come over, I'ma just be like, listen, this
You
how
need
we
a
do it.
haircut. Get this bowl. Yeah, get this
And be
bowl.
like,
work.
oh man, we drinking out the bowl like it's hair in my bowl.
It's hair in my bowl.
All right, but we just trying to make a little light out of these rotten situations, but it's real. Like that's what they trying to do. They trying to force people to go and get that jab, man. And it's just time that we just say no. But remember back in the day, the slogan when it
Just
was
say
the
no.
drugs, right? And they would say it was just say no. The slogan was huge. Just say no. Just say no. When they really wanted us to say yeah, because they was the ones pushing the motherfucking agenda anyway. But anyway, we need to just say no. You know what I mean? Stand up on your two and put your chest out and tell these mother suckers no. I ain't doing it.
Would
I'm
you
not.
take a drug that don't get you high?
Exactly. And then that makes a lot of sense. And then because the jab is definitely not keeping you from getting this CVID. You know? So why are you doing it?
Yeah,
But I'm not knocking nobody for whatever their decisions are. All I'm saying is if it doesn't help then and you don't even know what's in it, then you know what I'm saying? But yeah, what I was making a point. I was making a point. Now I didn't forgot what the hell the point was, but just say no. All right, y'all gotta
that was
just.
your point. Say no.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop bending over for these motherfuckers every time they tell y'all to do something. Put the mask on. Do this. Do that. Y'all like, okay, all right, cool. We gotta do this. The government said. Did y'all ever stop and think who the fuck is these people who's giving us these rules? Where did they come from? What like y'all see a president? He's not the one making the rules. There's something called the shadow government. Do y'all know about them? You know what I'm saying? And then when they're making these rules, who are they and who gives them the power to think for us and to orchestrate our life? Literally. Like they tell us when to wake up because we got to work for them. When to go to sleep because we got to be up to get to their job tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's
you know
why
what I'm
I'm
saying? What to
sleepy.
eat because the bad food is the cheapest. Like literally they're acting like we got a decision, but we don't. And who the fuck are they? It's just like The Wiz. The movie The Wiz, man. They had to do all this shit to get to The Wiz, and he's just some little midget behind the curtain calling the shots. And the whole time, they had the answers within themselves.
See, and that's why they be mad at me. But I used to say, man, what do we get to do that slaves couldn't? Niggas be like, you fucking tripping. I'm like, nah, I'm just thinking.
No, that's real.
I watched all the slave movies. I like, yeah, they could go shopping. Yeah, they can. Some of them get some nice shoes from the Crocodile Lake. You know what I mean?
We go shopping for their clothes.
Yeah,
We make them
you
rich.
see what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing different. It just modernized. We got Snapchat and Instagram though.
Their Snapchat, their Instagram. You know,
Yeah,
it ain't
I mean,
ours.
like,
You know what I mean? It ain't run by us.
We
It ain't
got-
run by people that look like us. Shit, it ain't
man.
even run by people.
it's the same thing. Cause like when I get to lead the planet when I want to, then I'ma know I'm free.
Facts, bro. That's where I'm at with it.
You mean?
Yeah, I want to be able to get out of here. Like,
No
let me
rocket shit.
go to Venus real quick today. Take the baby over to Venus and to the park over Venus real quick.
And when they say it take 90 million years to get to Pluto, I think they lying.
How
I
the fuck
think
they know?
just trying to make you not want to go.
Absolutely.
Like, what if I'm smart enough and know how to get to Pluto in 2 years? Like, how you just gonna assume I can't because you couldn't?
What if you could just think Pluto will end up there?
I mean, I could astro project there because
I mean,
That too.
that's how they
that's how I can
traveled
get
before.
there to the speed of light.
Yeah,
Like, bam,
exactly.
Pluto.
What would you do on Pluto, bro?
Smoke some blue weed.
How did I know? I swear, I knew this was going to turn into a marijuana challenge.
Yeah, you already know.
Come on.
I'm like, Pluto, what is the herb
Where's
level?
the most craziest place you ever smoked weed challenge?
And on this planet?
No, I'm saying that's what tip you'll be on Pluto.
On Pluto. I'll be trying to see how many moons on Pluto.
Yeah.
I'll be trying to see if water, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I would see if the gravity, like, can I do like back semis, like in like super slow motion, like
Yeah.
I'm in the gravitron at the park.
Right.
Yeah, stuff
Swim.
like that. I don't know. I think Pluto probably be cold. Well, I don't know. That's what they told me.
Yeah. See, we don't know
That's
none
what
of this
they
shit.
told me.
Everything
Pluto
we know
might
is
got his
some-
own 4 suns, for all I know.
Probably so. I just want y'all to do this, man. If not for nothing, just start to go within. I need y'all just to go within. We're gonna go to
A music break.
a music break real quick, but I need to talk to y'all, man, because I need y'all to hear what a sister is saying.
It sound like it.
Let's get
Suave on the beat. Why we living in the matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so this is hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Swearing Black Lives Matter. Melanated like disaster. New world, same agenda. Yeah, they want us all in the casket. Oh, Lord, please help me. I don't know what's happening. Oh, please. I just don't know what's happening. What's happening now? Why we living in a matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so this is hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Fake air, fake news, chemtrails, fake foods, fake religions, fake rules, fake celebs and fake jewels. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Why we living in a matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Living in this matrix. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so this is hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Rising, waking up, feeling great, fell in love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. And flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Buckle up, if you better buckle up.
Sun shining, wrist shining. I'm flying, I'm up there, so exciting. Woke up feeling great, cheese, eggs, watch is great. Mike Christina, ex her on a date. We can hit the beach up or maybe roller skate. Amuse her at the park while we escape. We flying, we gliding, we flying, we flying.
Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Buckle up, if you better buckle up. Flying to the top, buckle up, flying to the top, buckle up. Flying to the top, buckle up, flying to the top, buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Rising, waking up, feeling great, feeling love. Woke up like this, green smoothie in my cup. Got my 3 kings beside me, know exactly what it's up. Spaceship to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Flying to the top, so you better buckle up. Buckle up, if you better buckle up.
Yeah, we back, man. We back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. What do we know or what
You
do
know,
we don't know?
What you do know is that we was talking about going within.
Yeah.
And that's where I want to pick up at. So, the point of me bringing up the Wiz, right? Because they went on this long-ass journey and went through all of this stuff, all of this duality. And you notice how they was running into, they was doing a bunch of shadow work is what they was doing.
Yeah.
So it really is very synopsis to our life. It is exactly a mirror of our life. You got to go through that shadow work in order to get to your higher self, to unlock that higher self, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like they went through all these things. They had to go through all these tasks and find out a lot of things about themselves that they didn't so much like. Like the cowardly lion had to realize, I'm a bitch-ass nigga. And then he had to work on that. He had to do the shadow work. See, we can't just jump in and be at our higher self, you know. So it's going to take some time, but y'all got to go within. You got to start some damn where. And it's just simple as asking yourself, who am I? What is my purpose here?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because it's like, you know, I've been through that journey in life, and it's like, you know, when you in these public schools, when you like a light-skinned melanated brother, they want to call you black as shit and stuff like that.
Yo, you really got a hang up with this.
No, man.
This the third
so
show,
what?
man.
Yo,
This the
forget
third
that.
show.
You know what I mean?
You got to let
It wasn't right.
You got to let it go, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then you find out, yeah, man, I had to use it as my powers. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, no, you put what people call as flaws is your superpowers. It's like there's a lot of people out there that don't like skinny ass niggas. I'm like, it's Skinny Big Pop. I don't give a fuck.
Skinny
Like,
Big Pop in the building,
yeah.
y'all.
You better say your preference for your husband. I'm the reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that
So,
was a good one.
Yeah, so yeah, if you got
Bars.
a big nose or a big head or whatever the case that makes you offensive to people, forget them. Do your thing, you know what I mean?
True.
And make that your strong point. Because if you keep looking at that part in the mirror every day, it's not going nowhere.
Until you had
Or
those
them
women come up
surgery
to you and say, no, until you had those women come up to you and say, I love me a chocolate nigga.
Yeah, that's when I was older. I didn't know that was flavor.
And then you was like, yeah,
And then
you
them
know, what
same
can one
bulls.
say?
The same boys that was busting on me like, man, because you know all the girls want somebody tall, dark, and handsome. I'm like, you fucking faggot.
Right.
What you talking about? Damon,
Well,
I'm a boy.
Yeah, but see, that's definitely that's a thing people like. So you know, all those negative ideologies or terms people use towards you, you gotta block it out with all the good stuff that filled up, filled that space. But
Yeah.
you gotta let it go. That's the one thing we gotta learn with our shadow work.
Yeah, you
is
do.
once you find out what made these things happen, what caused you to react in these ways that was holding you back from being at your
Skinny
higher
Big Papa.
self, right? You gotta let it go. You gotta forgive yourself, and you gotta let that shit go.
Oh, that's real rap. And that's what a good thing, because most people hold on to it and they don't never let go, and they let it haunt them forever. And when you look in
Yeah.
that mirror, you're going to keep facing it. So embrace it. Love it. Make that the highlight of your day, that big ass nose you got.
Yeah, man, cause we in a very tricky time right now where we're going through a split, a spiritual split, and you want to get as closest to your. This is a video game, on some real shit, and you want to get as closest to your higher self as possible, building your frequencies up. When there's fucked up things going on, you don't focus on the fucked up things. I tell people this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on what good happened that day. All right. This was some nut shit. It happened. Let it go. What good happened that day? All right, let's focus on that, because now you beating the system.
Yeah, and then it's a practice of focus on the positive and the negative, because people do have, oh, this,
Yeah. Complain.
Who ate all my applesauce?
Yeah, like you gotta let that shit go. And we're programmed to think that way. That's why the news is all bad news. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing good happening on the news. I remember like the last time that I sat there and watched the news on my own recognizance was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And it was just so devastating. I'm just like, oh my God, that happened? Wow. They snatched the kid? Ooh, they did that to the kid when they found the, oh my God, that's happening. I mean, literally every emotion for the whole hour was just terrible. And I'm like, yo, that news just made me feel very fucking down, very depressed. And I said they should call it the bad news.
That's
right?
why the news need Donald Trump back. They ain't been the same since.
Well,
News was popping with Trump.
I mean,
Donnie
it's all-
T had the news popping.
it's all bullish and propaganda
It's like,
anyway.
no, it is, because I'm a videographer, right?
Yeah,
And
trickery, right?
One day I was at work, and they was talking about the news. And I said, man, y'all know the news is just like Independence Day. And they all looked at me like I said something retarded. And I'm like, all those lasers and all those bombs and all that water and all that hair, you think they can't show you that on the same TV?
Exactly.
They showed you it in the movie. What makes you think they can't just flash
The
that
same
same
way.
thing? Like, I had to literally break that down to all these adults, because they really thought I was like retarded when I said, well, what the news got to do with Independence Day?
There's so many
I'm
actors
like,
and
they
actresses.
don't even get it.
Yeah, they acting so much. Like, if y'all just look at everything that comes across your media platform as acting, you will be in a world of greatness. Trust me. Because you'll start to see through some of this bullshit. I watch them go and pick out the most devastating little looking person. Like, my husband died from CBIT today. If he just would have got that shot, he would have lived to see his daughter born. And it's just like all these heart-wrenching stories. Come
And then
on.
they got niggas like me from the hood that need jobs. Well, hi, I am live on Miss Becky right now. That's such a hurt. Like, you don't even talk like that.
Exactly.
Well, it's such a travesty.
Yes, they
I am
acting.
out here.
They're all acting.
Flabbergasted.
Exactly. So I mean, y'all just gotta realize that, man. And if you keep going within, then y'all hire yourself a chime in that third eye will open wide the fuck up. Like my little baby now, you see his eyes.
Yeah, he is.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he said, hello. Look up, Marlon. Say cheese.
Yes, and, you'll start to see things for what it really is, and it won't be as easy for you to be manipulated, and hoodwinked and led astray and run amok. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Let it go. I'll be hurt sometimes trying to get revenge.
Oh yeah, you can't do. That's another thing. You can't even because in order to have revenge, you gotta hold on to that thing that person did to you.
Yeah, let it go. Man.
Now you just let that person win. Right? Because now that person is holding rent-free space in your mind.
And then you be playing petty, destructive things. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to be petty and destructive playing
lowering
somebody
your
else's
frequency.
game. Yeah.
You lowering your frequency to go ahead and try to pay somebody else back that's probably not even going to care when you do it or feel the brunt of it because they still won because they got your energy.
And that's all they wanted in the
That's
first
it.
place. And then they can be like,
attention.
He did this to me.
Yep, he did this. And then, let me tell you what this person did to me. They wanted to say your name so bad and you gave it to them. Yeah. No, not violent. I ain't know about Martin, but we got to hold that back for when we really need to use it because that's coming too.
Yeah, you definitely got to save your energy.
Yeah, save your energy
and
stock up food and stock up all types of shit like that you're going to need. Candles, batteries, solar power equipment. I ordered the a solar oven. It's used for camping, but it's got a solar thing on it, and it's like this foil thing looking, I don't know, and it's got a grill rack in it. And listen, it was $79 on Amazon, and those things. Start planting your own crops. So if a motherfucker say you ain't gonna eat unless you get the jab, you can't go on the market unless you get the jab. You can go out back and go ahead and get you some cucumbers and some eggplant, whatever the fuck you done grew on your own.
Yeah, that's a bad job.
Because that's happening. Y'all already see where it's going. In the UK, in Australia, they are ripping kids out the home from their parents and taking them to get the jab.
I ain't having that shit.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't going down like that, so they know, we got guns here.
And they do stuff because, I ain't let my son, when my son was born, I ain't let them put all them freaky needles and do all that crazy stuff with him. And DHS kept coming to my house. Like,
you see what I'm saying?
DHS came to my house for like 6 months straight. I pulled my son out like one day, like he's a healthy grown baby man. 'Cause that's what I called him. Like, yeah, he ain't sick and he ain't nothing. Like, I mean, get out of here. Like,
You're not the first person I heard mention that. I heard someone mention that.
Yo, DHS will come through like you ain't feeding your kids or something. I'm like, yo, all I did is not let y'all duke him up with y'all stuff.
Yeah, with y'all poison.
Yo, they wanted to collect and they wanted this poop.
Oh, hell no.
They wanted this poop. They talking about you give us this poop. We give you a year supply of Pampers.
Oh, are
Man,
you serious?
I'm putting him on draws at 6 months. Get the fuck out of here.
They said you.
No, real rat. I'm like, Dad, they ain't even trying to get no bread. They talking I'm gonna give you a real. I'm not even making this up. It's people that had babies around that time. Yeah, they wanted the babies poop around that time.
Because they wanted to do some type of science, experiments and shit like that. What they always
doing.
doing.
Yeah, supply of Pampers.
They not doing none of that.
I slapped that pen out my baby mom. Buy on Pampers.
I didn't even want to go to the doctor to have a baby. Period. I wanted to have him at home, but I ain't have that. Those luxuries because of, my past experience.
You wanted to have a Martin delivery.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't want no parts of that hospital. They listen. They're full of trickery. They tried to talk me out of keeping my placenta. They tried to talk me out of cutting milk in my baby's umbilical cord back into him and then into the placenta. They were trying to find all these ways to keep my shit. Because that's how they make it belongs to me, bitch. Everything I came in here with, I'm leaving with. Simple as that. So pack me up, put my spleen and shit back in there, because I'm watching you.
Sound like somebody in there had a taste for blood.
Yeah, seriously. I don't trust none of them. I'm sorry. And I'm happy to see that some doctors are starting to speak out. They're gaining some consciousness about themselves or whatever. I'm happy to see that. But for the most part, I don't trust those doctors. You know, there's a lot of lawyers I don't trust. A lot of people have to lay in bed with the devil himself to get some of these high-end jobs that y'all, look up to those folks.
Yeah, because they tricked me, man. I thought because I went to school, got good grades, and go to college. That's how you get good jobs. Like,
Man.
I didn't know you had to be pornography in yourself to make it like that.
Listen,
damn, they got me.
You had the pornography. You had the pornography yourself to get all the way in.
Yeah, damn, I ain't know.
See, you just got a toe in the door when you got the paperwork.
Yeah, then they hit me with some new shit. They said, bend over, boy. Let me hit you with this wood.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the fraternities? That's how they do. That's how they do. They do. They make you bend over. They make you get in coffin.
He messed up. He gonna call it wood. I'm like, damn, you gonna just call it wood? Like,
yeah.
Oh, and you know what question I said?
They were butt breaking you.
I said, what is this? Buck busting, trying buck ball. Y'all trying? They thought I was stupid. Y'all trying buck busting nigga.
They was buck busting.
You know what? They ain't answer my question. I said, so what this preparing me for in life?
You already know.
They was quiet as shit. Cause I was like, I don't need to be getting trained by no rich ass old people, okay? This is what the fuck it look like y'all motherfuckers are here doing.
Because they was gonna videotape that shit. And the minute you would have bent over and let them hit you with that motherfucking wood, nigga, you'd have had the naughty and everybody at your motherfucking doorstep the next day. Welcome, come on in, my friend. You want a good job? You want the good job? Come on in. We gonna give you the big mahogany desk. We gonna give you a desk this big, the size of this.
I grew dreadlocks after that, right? they said, no, why the fuck would this boy wait till he about to graduate college, get that shit in his head? He fucked it up. Yeah, I wanted him to fuck up. I did it on purpose.
You went on your cool.
I did it on purpose. I wasn't. That's what happened.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do.
That's why my ID came out like that.
Yo, that's funny as shit. But you started to see through the shit, and it wasn't that appealing once you started to see shit for what it is. Some people don't never get to see that.
No, but you know what they said to me? Like, it was gonna count. They gonna say, but you get to do that to somebody else. Oh, wow.
Oh no.
For real?
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't need to.
I'm so enthused.
Yeah, so many weird things that you gotta do to get, to be a part of them, and that's why I don't trust the motherfuckers. The doctors take a hypocritical oath.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So I'm cool on all that. I don't trust hypocrites.
Hey, they got a cross with a snake on it. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's the medical, the pharmaceutical joint. Y'all, that was another thing. The FDA approved the jab, right? Of course they approved the jab because they own Pfizer. They own all these companies. They had to act like they were hesitant about approving it because they didn't want to make y'all think they was jumping out the door. Oh yeah, let's do it. If you show some
reserve
resistance, right, that make people more intrigued on. Oh, are they doing it now? Every day, did FDA approve it yet? Well, and that's some people's excuse. The FDA didn't even approve it yet, and so it's like, okay, so when the FDA approve it, are you going to get it? And they're like, yeah.
Who the?
Food and Drug Administration.
Food and drugs.
Why is it food and drugs, right?
Is drugs in food?
That's what I'm.
Do they put drugs in food?
Well, they do put.
Because that's cross contamination, right?
Exactly. I always thought that was the weirdest thing, right? So of course that the food has to make you sick enough to have to take the drugs. So they had to make sure that this food that's going on the shelves is going to make you sick enough to have to take their drugs. And people don't even see that when it's that black and white, right in their face. The Food and Drug Administration.
Because crackheads fry the best chicken.
Crackheads fry the best chicken? What the fuck that got to do with it, Fran?
Because people know this person has drugs and they paying this person. No. Like, no. This person is on drugs. Don't let them fry your chicken. But you like, no, the chicken is this is a clean crackhead. Ain't no clean crackhead. And you was one of those people that's paying crackheads.
No, because I knew a crackhead that worked at the bar back in the day when what was my bar I used to go to there, 52nd and Haverford. I used to always go there to get drinks. I forgot the name. I feel bad forgetting the name. I really love this place. But they had a crackhead in there frying the fish.
That's what I'm saying.
And she was she did a hell of a
Amazing,
job.
right?
And she was clean. Her area was immaculate. And the bar was dirty as shit.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the amazing stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It go hand in hand. The Food and Drug Administration. They got it from us in the bar.
Yeah, the fish.
They got it from the crackheads that cook the fish and fry the fish and the chicken. I'm
She
telling you.
also sold me a picture of Black Jesus and a picture of Obama in the bar too.
See, hustler.
Yeah. She made sure when she left that
She
bitch,
went
she
and got
had to
an
beg
8
nobody.
ball.
Yeah.
She went and got her 8 ball.
Gotta respect the hustle. She wasn't begging for nothing. It's 6:56, bro. Did we pretty much touch on? We were supposed to talk about abundance. We can catch that on the next show.
Yeah, because that's a lot. Abundance is abundance.
Abundance is just to have. Hey, baby, chick with the juice
Chick
in
with
the
the
building.
juice in the building.
Yeah, you know, when you have more than enough, is to have abundance, and we definitely. I feel like we both have abundance, man.
Definitely have abundance.
And we have to. When you have abundance, you have to share it. You have to spread it,
We have
recycle it.
abundance of children.
You got abundance. So don't try to pull.
We,
the
you
trigger. I
have
had
joined
one more.
the club.
Now you
yes,
gonna-
you
you
are
gonna try
with me.
more?
Yes, you have joined. You have brought now to the rest of us. Yes, and
That
now
is
we
crazy.
DP sheet.
Listen, next we got coming up Paulie in the gang.
Paulie and the gang, y'all.
And so y'all make sure y'all tune in. Stay tuned in.
Stay
Stay tuned
tuned.
in for them. We'll be back next week like we never left. I love y'all. Thanks for tuning
Yeah.
in. It's your girl, BeeChougie Podcast. Go within, man.